So in this video today, I'm going to be breaking down 3 essential takeaway reharm options, but passing chords, let's put it that way, passing chords that I found having looked at Jacob Collier's live in Amsterdam version of A Rock Somewhere. I'll leave a link in the description section below where I broke down and did an analysis of the entire video. You're going to want to watch that, so I'll leave a link in the description section below. But I want to show you these chords, 3 of them. So now the fundamental chord progression, so we're in the key of E flat. Let me start there. So we're in the key of E flat. Let me not get ahead of myself. So this is the major scale. So the fundamental chord progression of the song is this. It's 3 chords. This chord, A flat major, first inversion of E flat, and B flat major. That's it. This chord, that chord, that chord. So option number 1. Let me show you what Jacob did. So within this chord framework, he did this. He employed a passing chord. Very straightforward, you may think, but actually there's a bit of nuance to this. Think about the fact that we're playing a first inversion of E flat major. So already you can see the nuance. We're not just playing a minor. Think about how the minor would sound. Because we know we're going to go to the A flat, so we're approaching it from a semitone below. But that has its place. But have a listen to this passing chord. Now the beauty of this is kind of twofold. The first thing that comes to our mind is the fact that we've already heard this chord already in the progression, so it's not, too unfamiliar to hear it again. And I've noticed, having broken down quite a few Jacob Collier videos, probably at least, I don't know, I don't want to put a number on it at the moment, but yeah, more than 30, maybe even more than 40 at this stage. What I've definitely noticed is going from A flat, or going from chord 4 to the 3rd below, Jacob often employs this first inversion. Now it kind of makes sense because you've got this E flat which is going to be mutual between the 2 chords, so that's quite harmonious. And it's the fact that you've got this chord 1, but it's not quite, it's not, no, we've got, so you've got that subtlety. We know that fundamentally, we can hear that it's a foundational chord, in this case E flat major, but you've just got a bit of nuance with it, and I like that, and especially using that as a passing chord. So coming back around to what I was saying, if you want to basically, simply put, layman's terms, if you want to get back to chord 4, just play first inversion of chord 1 to come back around, like what Jacob did. So he had passing here. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, second option, he did this. Same bass note, but so he employed a note that's not in the diatonic scale, which creates some beautiful interest. So fundamentally, see, it's like a G major chord with a sharp 5. You could think about it. I like the sharp 5 approach, sharp 5, sharp 9 approach, which would be this. That's beautiful, but maybe too much in this context. So we'll just stick it. Yeah, we'll stick with it like this. This is like how Jacob did it. So check this out. Here we go. 2, 3. Oh, the fact that you've got that B in there, and then we're back to our. It's like just enough tension, not too much. So, but if you look at the bass note, fundamentally we're still going from our G to A flat. So we're thinking about passing chords, coming back to our chord 4, and approached it from a semitone below. So first of all, we had this as an option, and then essentially, option number 2, we're just raising that B flat. That's essentially fundamentally what we're doing. Yes, granted we've got the F in there, but fundamentally it's that, an augmented chord of G major. Yeah, so let's play the progression without any passing chords. This is it. I'll play it one more time. 3. Humming some of the melody from the song. Alright, passing chord option number 1. So first inversion of chord 1. Here we go. Yep. And if you notice how I'm playing that as well, it's my right hand. So that first inversion option, I'm literally playing it on my right hand, and it perfectly lends itself to playing A flat, so that's very, very economical in terms of a passing chord. Yeah, one more time. Passing. Alright, option number 2. Here we go. Once again, very economical. My right hand's here, and I'm gonna just go back to here, so I'm not moving too much. Yeah. Option number 2, as I say, got this sharp 5 and the G major. Beautiful. All right, this the third option, so the final option that we're going to be looking at today, still revolves around this G. So going back to chord 4, and we're looking at different options that Jacob used. The next one's a good one. So it's a nice one. It's using the minor 9. Now, one of the singers, well, the only other singer apart from Jacob, she was kind of like all over this in terms of, especially implying this note in terms of some of her vocal riffs. This note right here. Now, as you can see, in the diatonic scale of E flat, that A is not there. So we've got some dissonance, you could say, but it works so well. So if the B could work, best believe this A can work as well. So we're looking at a minor 9 chord. So G minor 9. Now if you notice in this particular example, we're not using an inversion. We're not actually using a major chord to pass on the G. So we're not doing the first inversion of E flat, which has the G. We're not doing that. We're not doing this. That's option number 2. We've got a minor chord. So let me show you how it works. So I'll let it pass one time. I'll play it again and then include the minor 9. Here we go. Check it out. 3. And then we're back. That's nice. That is nice. So let me give you all these options all together. So remember, we're just trying to think about coming back to A flat major, and we're approaching it from a semitone below a G. So different options that I was able to catch from Jacob's version of a rock song we're in Amsterdam. So there we go. So it's the foundation. Chord 4, chord 1, first inversion. That's the foundation. All right. Option number 1, first inversion of this chord, E flat major. So we're bringing that back. 2, 3. Okay. Chord option number 2. We're going to be playing our G7 sharp 5. Ugh, yeah. And then finally, we're going to be playing our G minor 9. 2, 3. Yes. I want to just touch on something with that. This second option. This chord really, out of all the 3, that one for me feels the most, I don't know, it's got the most character to me. And think about it like this. If we were going to C minor, that would be the perfect chord to play, going from there, which would be our 5 to our 1 in a minor key. And in music, your 5 to 1 relationship, your perfect cadence, that's going to be one of the strongest relationships that you're going to come across. But the fact that we've got this, which would perfectly lend itself here, but the fact that we're going from here to here, it's like we're taking a chord which would, you could say, ordinarily have a context of our 5 to 1, but the fact that we're going to this, it just drags it out of context, and it just sounds brilliant. But it definitely sounds the most, I don't want to say radical, because it doesn't sound that radical to me, but it definitely sounds the most, it's got the most character, to it. I would say this as well in terms of the third option, that A on its own and then going back to that works, but I would probably suggest to do something like this, and then add in some other color tones there for that A flat, so that you can hear the rising of the melody. That to me, that's like a melody note. That's just so bright. It's bright and beautiful. If you notice, I'm adding in terms of this A flat, I'm adding in, now we've got a major 9, so going from a minor 9 on the G to a major 9 on the A flat. Yeah. So that's great. Now, guys, it's imperative that we practice this and that you practice this in all 12 keys. That way, you'll be able to really become accustomed to the sound. And not just that as well, your fingers will be able to use this so that when you're playing songs in different keys, you're not just limited to just playing A flat and going to chord 4 and A flat in terms of utilizing these options. That way, you'll be able to employ these options anywhere. And using the practice technique of breaking down small context. In this case, we've only got 3 rehum options, so it's not too much, and playing them in all 12 keys I think would really help you in terms of your development. So let's just go straight to the key of F. Let's go up a tone, and we're going to be looking at the first option. Even before that, let's establish the major key. So we're going to be going from chord 4, chord first inversion of chord 1, and then 5. That was the foundation. Yeah. So we've got sounds quite bright here. All right. So the first rehum option, not really rehum, passing chord option to go back to chord 4 was coming back to that first inversion of chord 1. So hopefully we've already played it. So it'll be like this. Here we go. One more time. And once again, thinking economically, going from here on the right hand to here. Alright, so the second option, it was a major version of the A. So we're thinking the tone below. It was the major version with the sharp 5. So just like that. So it'd be, as I said, this chord has got a lot of character, this one. Time. As I say, that chord lends itself perfectly to go into here. So we're taking it out of context, going back to that B flat. Jacob, amazing. Alright, so finally we're looking at the same bass now. We're playing a minor 9. Yeah, and I was suggesting for the next chord after, rather than just playing a B flat triad, playing the major 9. Yeah, we'll add that in. So here we go. So it'll be triad, first inversion. Here we go, minor 9. Here we go. Yes, beautiful. All together then. So no passing chord. 2, 3. Second passing chord. First passing chord option. Forgive me. Here we go. 2, 3. First inversion of chord 1 to come back round to our B flat. Yep. All right. Second option now. So our sharp 5, just sharp 5 on A major. Yeah. Give you that in context again. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3. And finally our minor 9. There we go. 2, 3. Oh, beautiful. All right, one more key. Let's go A flat. Let's go right up to A flat. All right. When I think about A flat, I think about John Legend's All of Me. Anyway, moving on. So, I've just had an idea. But I'll talk about that afterwards. In terms of how we can maybe employ this, because think about John Legend's song. We have a chord 4, and I bet we can maybe employ some of these ideas. Yeah, why not? It's a bit impromptu for this video, maybe, in terms of fitting that in, but hey, it'll be alright. Alright, let's go then. So in the key of A flat. So let's think about it. What would the option be then? The first option. So we have, this is the foundation. So we have chord 4. Thinking back to Jacob's Rock Somewhere. So chord 4, chord 1, first inversion, A flat, and then. Okay, so option number 1 in terms of passing chords, coming back to this chord, will be to employ that first inversion right here. Just come in. Cool. Then we've got the second option in terms of the major version of the C. So we're going to have our major C7 with our sharp 5. Yes. All right. Let's hear those first two. So first inversion, 2, 3. Yep. Then we got our our C7 with our sharp 5. Yes, beautiful. And then finally our minor 9 on that C, so it'll be here. 2, 3. Beautiful, beautiful. So I said it, and I would encourage you to do this kind of thing as well. Think about how we can apply this to a song. So we got the song All of Me that just came to my mind. So we need to think about, okay, could we employ this idea somewhere in relation to that chord 4? Let's think about it. So this is the verse. So I reckon because the chord 4 is the second chord, and this chord progression is very iconic. We don't want to change it. What would be the so you got the verse. Got my hands spinning. And again. And I'm so. I think it goes to 4. My hands on the water, but I'm breathing fine. And then you're. I think it goes right there to the 4. So for the verse, and I'm so good. No, it goes to 2. It has to go to the 2. My head's underwater, but no, it has to be the 2. It just feels right. I don't know if it will work actually for this song. All of me, love all. Oh, you're my and we could do it there. For the for the chorus. Give your all to me and give my. So we could do a passing chord to go to this chord form. Okay. And all right, let's employ Jacob's option then. So we know that we have 3 options. We're just being creative here at this point. So we know that we have our first inversion option to take us to the to chord 4. So how would that work then? So all of me loves all. Here we go, passing you. Dun, 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 dun. It works. Dun, 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 dun. Give your. What about the second option there? To me and give my all to you. Sharp 5. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Maybe. Third option, minor 9 to me and give my all. Here we go. To you. Now I would say that because I know the melody is going to be. If we go, so we've got chord 1, all of me, and love all of you. Now, if we employ a passing chord in this context where we've got the fact that you've got the bass note singing the melody note in the bass, that does kind of give you, it's not really going to clash by having, depending on how you voice it. So that's actually some good kind of leverage to know. Maybe if you do it down, it might sound a bit cleaner. Just move that. All right, so I'm going to use that minor 9 option. Love all of you. Ooh. Da, 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 da. Let's hear all the options all together. So all of me, first inversion, and you. Da, da. I think that one's the strongest. Da, 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 da. Second option, give you all. So we're gonna have our sharp 5 on C7 now of you. Da, 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 da. Ooh, da, da. Good practice though. Hey, even if it doesn't. Da, 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 da. All right, minor 9. Da, 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 da. Ooh, da, 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 da. Fair enough. Now I can hear, to me, that this minor 9 voice like this, it's a lot in this context, and there's a way to do it that's a bit more subtle. It's this. Yeah, it's playing like a sus chord, so we still got that note ringing out, so it'll be like all of me, love all of you. Just a bit more subtle, yeah. Still in playing that minor 9 though, as opposed to all these notes. Well, your choice. Now, in my mind, the next bit might be a good option because we've got all of me. So once again, we're going from 6 to chord 4. So could we employ these passing chords going to 4 here? How would it sound? Let's see how Jacob's option would. So it'd be like, oh, da, da. I'll play it one more time. So this is the first inversion. Give me da, da. All right. Second option, which had the sharp 5, the sharp 5 on C major. So it'd be like, let me. I'll play it one more time. Da, da. Alright, the minor 9 option now on the C. And give me the fact of the matter is, as you can see, it starts to get really fun and creative when you start employing these ideas. Remember, we started in the key of E flat, and now we've ended up in A flat. Looking at all of me. But the fact is, we're trying and exploring these different options, and that's what I would encourage you to do. Take these concepts and be able to apply it just more generally in your music making, so to help you develop your overall harmonic knowledge. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope this was super helpful for you. I enjoyed doing the video. Please do check out as well the description section here, where I did a full breakdown of the whole version from Amsterdam, the full song. Some really cool moments in there, so do check it out. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.